We ready, Mr. Director? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Staff. This is a hearing of Committee of Adjustment for the City of Thorold for Thursday, October 17th, 2024. Everyone present will be given an opportunity to speak for or against the applications being heard. Given a chance to speak, you have 5 minutes, so please make sure to be as clear and consistent as possible. For your information, Committee of Adjustment is a public process. Personal information such as this applicant's name and property address, which is reported at the Committee of Adjustment meeting, is public information. Minutes of this Committee of Adjustment meeting will be received by Thorold City Council at a public council meeting and become part of the public record. Please address your comments and questions through the chair. A copy of the decision will be sent to the applicant or agent and to any person who files a written request. Agencies commenting on applications may request that certain conditions be imposed. Voicing objections to these conditions will not adversely affect the committee's decision. The Committee of Adjustment is a quasi-judicial body operating under the Planning Act, Municipal Act, and the Statutory Powers Procedure Act, as well as various provincial regulations. Sections 45 and 50 of the Planning Act outline the circumstances surrounding the approval of minor variances in controlling the conveyance of land in Ontario and the prevention of subdivision of land except with governmental approval. The applicant, minister, any specified person or public body who has an interest in the matter may, within 20 days of the making of the minor variance decision and 20 days from the date of the mailing of consent decision, appeal to the Ontario Land Tribunal. Please note, neighbors and other interested parties not defined by the Planning Act are no longer eligible to file appeals as per Bill 23, More Homes Built Faster Act 2022. I would ask the clerk to read the land acknowledgement, please.
Through you, Mr. Chair. The City of Thorold is situated on treaty land. This land is steeped in the rich history of the First Nations, such as the Haudenosaunee, the Haudenosaunee, and the Anishinaabe, including the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. There are many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people from across Turtle Island that live and work in Niagara today. The City of Thorold stands with all Indigenous people, past and present, in promoting the wise stewardship of the lands on which we live.
Thank you. Does any member of this panel have a pecuniary interest in any of the applications to be considered at this hearing? Seeing none, nor do I. May I have a motion from the committee that the agenda be adopted as presented? Moved by Mr. Jackson, seconded by Mr. Ravenek. Any errors or omissions? All in favor? Thank you. Adoption of the minutes, first Thursday, August 15th, 2024. Mover and seconder, please. Moved by Mr. Pizzo, seconded by Mr. Jackson. Any errors or omissions? Seeing none, all in favor? Second minutes, September 19th. Same mover and seconder? Okay. Errors or omissions? Seeing none, all in favor? Thank you. Madam Secretary, is there any notice given as required by the Planning Act?
Yes, sir, it was.
Any requests for withdrawal or adjournment?
No, sir, there are not.
Wrote the damn thing, I still don't remember it. Madam Planner, if you will, present your recommendations.
Through you, Mr. Chair. An application has been submitted for the creation of one new lot to facilitate the construction of 2 semi-detached dwellings on the lands zoned Residential 1, R1D in accordance with the city's comprehensive zoning bylaw 60/2019, as well as a partial discharge of the existing mortgage. The applicant is proposing the construction of 2 semi-detached dwellings on Part 1, newly newly created through the consent D10/16/2024 in order to facilitate the development on Part 1 as proposed. Application is made for the relief of provision 6.3.3C to permit the minimum lot area of 352 meters squared, whereas the bylaw requires 400 meters squared for 2 semi-detached dwellings. It is staff's recommendation that minor variance application D13/2025-2024 to reduce the minimum lot size from 400 meters squared to 352 meters squared be approved, and consent D16/2024 be approved.
Thank you to the planner. Who speaks on behalf of this application, please? If you could identify yourself.
Good morning. This is Todd Lamoth. I am the owner of the property.
Good morning, Mr. Lamoth. Go ahead.
I don't have, this is my first time walking through this. I'm not quite sure if there's anything I need to say other than what I submitted.
That's fine. I just thought you might have something to add. Questions or
Oh, no, I'm not. This is the first walk for me, so you tell me what to do.
I like doing that. Questions, comments from the committee?
I have a question.
Mr. Pizzo.
Mr. Chairman, was this property ever zoned commercial?
Ever?
Yeah.
To the planner?
Through you, Mr. Chair, we don't have any record as it being commercial. I believe,
You changed a few of them on Ormond Street from commercial to residential without telling anybody. So is it the same thing happened here? I asked you a question.
She's thinking.
I believe in the 1997 bylaw, it was zoned,
It was zoned residential.
yes.
A lot of moves were made on that street, Mr. Chairman, without the residents knowing. Now they're trying to bring it back to what it was. Is there any parking, is it private parking grounds, or you park on the street, or?
I don't think there's any parking on the street to the planner, though.
I don't believe so.
What did she say?
She doesn't believe so.
But is there parking on the street?
Yes. Is that right?
Still don't know what she said.
There's no parking on the street. She feels there's adequate parking on the site.
There's been parking on that street, I'll be looking that up.
Mr. Ravenak.
I have no other comments. It seems pretty straightforward. Motion that the application, the consent application, do you want to do them together or separate?
We should do them separately, I think.
So that the consent application, D10, 2024, be approved based on review of the pertinent information that was presented at the hearing and having conducted the report.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder for that? Mr. Jackson. Further questions or comments? Go ahead, Mr. Pizzo.
Parking spots on that property.
To the planner?
Through you, Mr. Chair, it looks like there's 2 garages and possibly 2 other, so 4 spaces on that property.
4 parking spots. Insufficient.
Further questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion? Mr. Ravenak.
I'll make a motion that the application for the minor variance application, D13, 2024, be approved based on review of the pertinent comments presented at this hearing and having conducted the site visit and for the reasons stated in the final report.
Thank you, Mr. Ravenak. Do we have a seconder? Mr. Jackson again? All right. You're on a roll. There you go. Further questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lamoth.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. There are 8 parking spaces. I'm sorry, the signal's not very strong. There are currently 8 spaces available on the site. And I have a proposal in for an additional 2 to be created in an entranceway off Ormond Street. But thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Mr. Lamoth. Do we have any other business? Madam Secretary, would you like to say something on the recent seminar?
Yes, I did attend the OCA seminar in Barrie on the 4th of October. There weren't a lot of workshops, and the information wasn't new, but I do have PDF versions of some of the presentations that were made that I can send out to the committee members. So I'll do that within the next few days. And also, through you, Mr. Chair, I would like to advise the committee that Miss Ashley D'Amico is no longer with the city. She left the city's employment. Her last day was October the 4th. And as well, today is Miss Abraham's last Committee of Adjustment meeting. Jessica is leaving us as well. Her last day will be October the 30th. And I'd like to say thank you, Jessica, for all your hard work and the assistance that you've given us here with the committee. And we wish you all the very best in the next chapter of your life. That's all I have.
Mr.
That's
Chairman,
enough.
we sure lose a lot of people in this place.
Is it any coincidence that once they sit here, they leave? Is it my fault? I'm starting to feel a real personal attack here. Yeah, I think we should switch spots, Karen. Good luck to you. And whoever's getting you, I'm really mad now. Next meeting so far, the third Thursday in November. What's the date? I don't. 21st? Okay. Anything else, fellas? Team? Welcome to Laura. We've all met her. Laura, you're not going anywhere. Just letting you know. We're closing the door and changing the locks. Nobody can get out. Motion to adjourn, fellas. Kieran? Motion to adjourn. Thank you.